Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for January 2nd, 2024. This is for Taurus. Last shuffle for Taurus. Let's see what's going on, Taurus. All right, Taurus, so what we have is your higher self and letting go. There may be some things, it's like you realize that there's no point in holding on to it anymore. Like it's taking you down, holding on to it. It's like pulling you down. It's taking away from the meaning of everything. Yep, walking away. I see that there's some things that maybe you celebrated walking away from, and it's now time to let it go. It's like the whole story, the whole past, right? You've like surpassed everything already, and it's not a part of who you are right now anymore. You know, like we go through something horrific or something very challenging. So for many of you, it's like horrific and challenging. For others of you, it's just something that just doesn't work with you anymore. Yeah, there's too much of walking away. Some cards fell. I looked in this one. It was 111. That's funny. So we have this Seven of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Once again, they're saying that it was really difficult to be happy in that situation. They're showing a past, like it was very difficult to be happy in the past. Like imagine a childhood that's, of course, some of you don't have to imagine, you were there, but you know what I mean. There's a childhood, a very confusing upbringing, or a very confusing youth, a time in your youth where it was like you still were happy anyway. You know, like we have those stories, all of us do. Okay, like I remember a time, like I said, when I was young, there was a time when my dad was still trying to like find his way in this company, and he was like inventing ways, like internet and fiber optics and everything. My dad was like a prolific figure in inventing this, but he was working for a company that took his inventions. So everything he did, it was under their name. So they took credit for it, and he just got paid peanuts, just to just be their hourly or salary. I don't remember how much what he got paid for it. But he climbed in this company because of the things that he was making. Like Google Maps would not have really truly been a thing if he did not work with this company. Interestingly enough, right? But during that time, we were not financially set, and we were living, I know we were living check to check barely. But during those times, we were living in a really bad neighborhood. The neighborhood is on the news to this day, okay? As one of the neighborhoods that they can't get under control. And in DeKalb County in Georgia, I swear, it's like they still can't get this neighborhood under control. It's under the control of like a gang from another country. It's very ridiculous how we were living there and navigating through, and we still found so much peace and happiness, even though it was it was almost like a war zone there. It was really funny, but my brothers and I had a great time there. So this is an energy of you still going, I don't know how I was happy, or how I found my little slice of happiness in the midst of a lot of chaos. With the Seven of Cups and Ten of Cups, right? Your higher self is speaking about walking away with the Eight of Cups here twice, Four of Wands and Two of Wands. This is about making decisions to say, I am successful despite what I've gone through. And now this is not any longer part of my story. So while you're standing here, you're being the person that you are. You cannot attribute your wins as a person to the stuff you went through. Although a lot of people do. They go, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't be this person. That's not true. It was always in you to be the person you are. You just got activated by something. And so they're saying, walk away from the activation process, because it's not really a part of your story. What's part of your story is the gift that you have and who you are today. That's who you are. That, you know what I mean? We attribute a lot. I've done it before, and I look at it and go, wait a minute, I've always been this person. You don't give credit to the person that hurt you. You don't give credit to the abuser or the abuse. You don't give credit to that place, because honestly, there's no true purpose in toxicity and abuse. There really isn't. It's not written in the stars that you should be abused. It's just that it activates something that's already in you. Spirit transmutes the toxicity and abuse, which means it changes it into something else. It makes it useful. So that's what they're saying. Your higher self is saying, walk away from what turned you into who you are today, and look at the accomplishment and triumph of who you are today. If that makes any sense at all. I got this vision yesterday, and it's so crazy that it would come out today. I had a funny feeling it would be on Taurus. I don't know. Lord, letting go is 9 of Pentacles and Hermit. And so this is about letting go of saying that you're all alone and you're on your own in this journey. That you've always been on your own. You've always been by yourself. You've always been isolated. You've always been dealing with something or trying to get something for yourself. And you know what I mean? They're saying that Spirit has always been with you, but it's always been in you. Your higher self is a total separate entity. And if and I digress, but I'm not. In the Nag Hammadi, the scrolls, right? There was certain aspects of it where they were, Thomas was walking with Jesus Christ and such, and he was floating above his body, and he was like, look up, I'm up here. And he was like, who you're walking with right now is an imposter. So he was kind of explaining, my body is an imposter. That's not really me that you're walking with. I'm up here. I'm my higher self. They describe higher self in great detail in this. And so I wanted to point that out to say that this is a separate entity. You were never alone. You were always your own companion as well. And so you're higher, you know what I mean? It's like you were always this person, but your body, your 3D self went through things to activate that part of yourself, to snap you out of it. You are not Taurus in that body, right? You are your higher self. You are your spirit, Peace. I hope I didn't go over anyone's head. There's just so much it's coming up right now. But 9 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles. And there's a peace in holding on to, for you, a lot of peace holding on to your past, and in a comparison sense. Like, I used to be there, and I'm so grateful that I'm where I'm at right now. So some of you may still be holding on to the past and holding on to the wants that you had in the past. And if you look at the wants that you have, it's really you wanted it in spite of what you were going through. It wasn't like you wanted certain things because you wanted them. You know how like we do, you know what I mean? I didn't want this because I wanted it. I wanted it because of what I was going through. Like, it shaped your wishes. It shaped your manifestations, your past. And so they're saying, let go of your past so you can see what your manifestations truly are, if that makes any sense. So we have a creative endeavor with the Queen of Swords and the 3 of Swords. And so this is saying that a lot of the things that you're creating is based off of pain, off of the sorrow you went through, off of the breakups you've gone through, or off of the disappointments you've been through. And it's like you've shaped them off of saying, I don't ever want to deal with that again. If anybody ever shows up with that, I'm cutting them off. I'm greeting it with my sword in hand. And I have my sword up and drawn. Drawn and up, rather. If you go in the order of actions, But the creative endeavor energy is saying that Spirit wants you to take a good look at what you're trying to manifest, that maybe you're manifesting things out of a deceptive energy of like, I'm not doing that again. I'm not dealing with that again. Instead of saying, this is what I really want to deal with, right? You're basing it off of, this isn't what I wanted. And so Spirit wants you to know that you are very adaptable. It just shows that you were really adaptable. You went through a lot of hard stuff, and then you go, I found my little slice of heaven in the midst of this hell. And they're saying, kudos to you, like, yay, right? But your past does not define who you are today. Who you are is who you've always been, who you were meant to be. And who you will become is also who you were meant to become. It had nothing to do with the crap you went through. Don't give any credence to that crap that you went through, because it's not because of that you are who you are. You were always this person. I'm going to stop preaching, but you could be dealing with a Virgo. A Virgo is the only sign I'm seeing here, and if you're not dealing with Virgo, Virgo could be somewhere in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.